Hi everyone, I'm JD, welcome back to my channel. So I'm just going to share in this video a few little embellishments I've been working on and a bit of the process that I'm going through, and yeah, maybe you'll get some ideas or be inspired by this or if you have any advice for me. The first thing to share is my attempt at collaging, making, I don't know what you call them, like journal card collages. It's my first time trying this and I've mentioned it in quite a few videos that I just wasn't happy with them. And while, yeah, they might be okay and perfectly fine, what I mean is that it's just not how I pictured it. There was a definite, picture in my mind of how I wanted these to look. And once I created them, I was just like, no. So, yeah, sorry, my shadow's in the way, but so I'll just share them with you. There's this one, and yeah, I just kind of don't really know what I'm doing, basically. I'm trying to build up layers with different elements, so a bit of lace, note card, a bit of book page, a bit of coffee dyed paper, and just pretty much putting them on top of each other and gluing them down. And my plan is to sew them somewhere and then cut the rest down, like trim it down. And I don't know if I have rough edges or not, and maybe I'll distress the edges with ink. I don't know, but then you can journal all over the back and on the front too. I'm not sure if it's what's my problem is. Maybe I need to ink everything as well. Maybe that would make the effect look better. Or maybe this needs to be ripped as well. I don't know. Or maybe it just needs more elements. A bit of bling, stickers or something. Or more lace. I don't know. Anyway, here's another one I tried. Just the same kind of thing. Just layering things up, and also somewhere and just cut it down to size. Maybe it's the size, maybe they're too big, that's what I'm not liking, I don't know. And I don't know, my plan was to stick them into pockets, but yeah, that would have to be a ginormous pocket, wouldn't it, just fit that in it. So maybe it could just be page decoration or a tuck spot and then stick something behind it, obviously. So yeah, they're not bad, it's just not what I wanted, and therefore I'm not happy with them. Here's another one. I like how there's, the lace underneath, like you can't really see it, but just that delicate element. Yeah, so first attempt, and this is all, like, yeah, I kind of see this as a failure, but I like failure because it shows you what not to do, and this will help me on my journey to get closer to what I am envisioning. And that's why I share this process, to kind of show not to be afraid of giving things a go, and not to be afraid of making something you're not happy with. Because even though I personally am not happy with these, it's all part of the process to getting to somewhere where I am happy with it. And I thought, yeah, if I can just share that whole process with you, it may, I don't know, inspire you just to lower those expectations to create something amazing straight away, I suppose, and just have fun playing without any expectations, I suppose, and give yourself that freedom to make a mess, make a mistake, make something ugly, and that's all going to help on this creative journey. Yeah, so that's why I wanted to share that. This is my beginning point, and hopefully I will later on make things that are more beautiful in this vein of collaged journal cards. Well, we've got to start somewhere, right? And this is to show you again, like, you don't necessarily start off being brilliant at something. This is very much out of my comfort zone. And maybe there's things out of your comfort zone. Maybe you can do this with your eyes closed and it's just easy, second nature to you. For me, it's not. But perhaps there's other things that you do that, or other things that you haven't done before that feel so out of your comfort zone. And I just encourage you, give it a go. Don't be afraid of ugly starts, I suppose. This one is my envelopes. I'm very inspired by Charlotte Peterson, is it? And I'll link her below. Also Luna, I'm not going to get her last name right, Russo or something like that. She does the most amazing envelope collections too. She actually puts more in them, like makes it a full-on collection experience type thing with ephemera and stuff in them. I think Charlotte does that too, but more it's about the envelope rather than a collection. I'm not sure if I'm explaining myself right, but anyway. So coffee dyed envelopes, and then what I've done is collage napkins on them, and this is my starting point. Like, I like these as a starting point. I have put these in journals as is, and I love that. Just as an element in itself, it's just so beautiful. But I do want to experiment also with some of these, adding some fabrics and some bling and I don't know, other elements and collaging on here, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm a bit hesitant because they might turn out like this. No, but I will keep some as is, and others I will experiment with a bit of collaging. And just to show you there's different ways, you know, this is only some of it done. This is pretty much all of it. I left a strip here. This is even less done. This is all of it, and these ones are actually not coffee dyed. So just different ways of doing things. There are these other napkins to show you too. And then my favourite, because it's blue. Yeah, and I experimented with ripping the napkin instead of a clean line with scissors, and I really like that effect a lot more, I think. I mean, I like both, but I kind of just like that rustic, vintagey look, and kind of how it looks seamless, like it's already part of the envelope. Whereas this one, yeah, straight line. It's still nice. I still like it actually, but I just prefer that look for the added element, I suppose. And yeah, just other ones that I had fun with. These ones are the white version. So I do prefer the vintage look with the coffee dyed paper, but this still works too. So yeah, I will have fun putting these into journals, and then I hope to also make little envelope collections too and stick pieces of ephemera in there, and I feel like that would be a lovely thing to give someone. Yeah, so, or yeah, can put them in the like pockets of journals, and then you can take them out, or yeah, just give them straight up an envelope in Happy Mail or something. And I was thinking of even putting them up in my shop as well, but with a collection or something, I don't know. I'm really inspired by Luna to work on that idea and develop that idea of a envelope collection as a kind of journal, but in envelope form. Anyway, I'll link her below as well, so you can check out what she does. I mean, I am so inspired by her work. There are so many things I want to do inspired by her. Anyway, getting distracted, and this is just a look at, you know, my coffee dyeing of envelopes and things. Not that that's the most interesting thing, but just to show you what I'm working with as a base. And again, maybe it inspires you to give it a go if you haven't tried it before. Yeah, so that's where I am, again, midway through the process. Last of all, I'm going to share this embellishment idea, which you saw probably in this journal, my Fairy Botanical one. Oh, I added a journal card in there, by the way, one of my butterfly ones that I drew. Thought it was fitting. So this is what the words look like. I wanted to just show you, just because I was so taken by this. Like I said in the video, the flip through of this, I was just like, oh, I won't use those, because I'd never used words like this before, and I thought, how on earth would I use them? But then I hit upon this idea, and I mean, everyone probably does this, but of inking the words and then sticking them on to make collages. Or this one looks like a label. This one, collage, just so simple but effective, and I was just so taken by how much it added to a journal. Yeah, how much it just adds to the decoration of the page and the collaging. And there's another one, and hang on, where is yet another one? Like all different ways of using them. I'm just trying to find the one where I put it on the entire page. Yeah, here. So just by itself, awesome. I was just so taken by it. So I thought you could do this with anything. Print out your own words in whatever font you want, in a font that matches the style of journal you're creating. Maybe a script writing, maybe typewriter writing, maybe block writing, maybe medieval writing. Like, how cool is that? Then you can ink them up in whatever color you want to, like maybe blue ink, or you just do the normal distress ink and vintage look. But I mean, how simple. And yeah, I'm just gonna do some with you right now, because I'm going to be making another fairy botanical journal. I loved it that much that I'm going to be making another one, and I'll need to get the words made up, so I might as well do some now. And I love the fact that it doesn't have to be completely straight. I love the fact that, you know, this edge, I'm not sure if you can actually see, is wider than this length here. I don't know. But my little distress ink, and I'm using Vintage Photo. Thank you so much, Carol, for these. I love them. She gave me a little set in the Happy Mail, and amazing. So yeah, just inking it up, and I'm really loving using these inks. Like, I still am getting used to them. I don't use them much because they're still kind of new to me, but now I'm getting more into them. I'm more, you know, experimenting. And I like how you can darken the edges too. And then you can do like darker, lighter, and so fun. Oh, I love it. And then you can stick that on a journal. Absolutely amazing. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that idea that I've struck upon, which, again, I'm probably late to the party, but you know, there's just so many ideas in the junk journal world to try, and you can't know everything straight away, right? So I'm not very good at doing two things at once, at talking while I do this, but just to kind of show you how simple it is to transform something, a plain white sheet of paper, into something really cool. Something vintagey looking that will just add so much to the journal. And yeah, love the idea of typing out your own words that fit whatever journal you're making, and typing it out in a font that you like, that suits the journal, and it just brings this added element, extra polish, I think, to the journal. That extra layer of detail that just kind of brings it together and completes it. I love Luna always uses that word about items in her collections, how it completes the collection, and I love that concept that it completes the collection. So this one, it's just a little thing, a little detail that I don't know, not essential to make a brilliant journal, but it just adds so much to a journal. Yeah, so I guess this has turned into a craft with me. Hope you're crafting along with me. Let me know in the comments what you're working on, if you've come along this far. I do hope to put the camera on more often as I go about my process making journals. Let me know if you'd like to see that more. And if you prefer my process videos with talking, or if you prefer them just watching me craft without talking and being you're silent. I feel like I really want to hear you talk back though. It would be so cool if I could craft away, and instead of me talking, I get to listen to you. I guess that's why I listen to YouTube all the time when I'm craft away. This is now the opposite. It's me having to craft away and talk. I wonder if you get used to it. Like, I look at Gail and it seems to just flow so effortlessly how she does it, how she crafts along and chats the whole time, and I'm like, how does she do that? I wonder if it's because she's done it a lot and now it's just like second nature, and I'm wondering if I just did it a lot if it would become second nature for me too. Because yeah, at the moment, not second nature at all. I work in silence. I mean, I don't talk when I craft. I feel like it would be fun as well, see now I'm just rambling, to craft along and talk about anything as if we're just chatting, as if we're crafting together, just chatting about whatever. So, you know, I could just chat about how my day was or what my plans are or something, I don't know. But I feel like I can't concentrate and do two things at once. But I'll try it maybe in a video when I do a process video, when it's something easy like this and repetitive, where I could just chat about, hey, well, I went to work today and this happened and then this happened, and I don't know. Because I love what Gail does, where she just puts the camera on and it can last for half an hour or an hour, and she just crafts and journals or whatever she does. And she seems to do it like every day, and I really love that. And for me, I kind of like that idea as a way of making me do something every day, making me journal every day. So having that added incentive of filming it might make me do it every day, because I really want to, next year, 2019, do more regular journaling. Like, I would hope to do a daily journal, and we'll see how I go. That's my aim, January 1st. And I really want to do like a journal series and maybe a journal challenge, where my aim is just to encourage people to journal, basically. And I've got some ideas and prompts, and one of them was to do with, what are your New Year's resolutions? And let's journal about that, because I always do that. I always journal my New Year's resolutions. Or just a discussion about, do you like New Year's resolutions? I know some people aren't into setting goals and resolutions. I'm a goals person. I absolutely adore goals. So I love New Year's as an excuse to set more goals. I absolutely love it. So yeah, I'm very much a bucket list and New Year's resolutions type person. So that's another one I want to do, a journaling prompt for us all to kind of do a page spread on, perhaps, what's on your bucket list, and what are your dreams, and what are your goals. And then hopefully the added bonus is, if when we journal about it and chat about it, we can encourage each other with those things, and then therefore once we journal about it and talk about it and get the encouragement, we're more likely to go out and actually do something about them. How did I get onto that topic anyway? Was I supposed to be talking about something else and I just went off on a different tangent? See, I don't know how people do this. But I'm having fun trying. I'm just doing something new. Doing a process video and chatting. Chatting away. So, if you're still here, let me know if you like New Year's resolutions, what your New Year's resolutions are. And if you're interested in like a journal challenge or journal series where we can do page spreads based on a prompt, maybe one a week or one a month or something, I don't know. Ideally one a day, but I know that's can be asking a lot. But I would love to do one a day. That's the ideal. At least one a week. Please, one a week. That would be awesome. See, I've run out of things to say. Oh, I'm loving them. I'm not sure if you can see them. Here they are. Aren't they cute? I mean, look at the difference the ink makes. I was so taken by that. It turns something kind of plain into something really, really cool. Look at my fingers. They're vintage. Alright, I think after this one I'm gonna stop the video because I am standing up and my back is getting sore and I need to put the air conditioning on. Getting hot again. So I hope this video was helpful, inspiring, and gets you creating. And yeah, wait a second. I'm still going. I feel like I want a like a phrase I say at the end of a video. Like, I know some people on YouTube have a phrase that they open with and close with. I know Amity Bloom, hers that she closes with is something like, "May your day be filled with peace and love, an abundance of peace and love," and I love that. I really love that from her because it so fits with her as a concept and everything. And as a concept, I love it. It's just not something I would personally say, so it doesn't fit me. Like, I love everything about it, but it's just not something in my own phrasing that I would say. But that's what I love, to find something that is part of me and part of my phrasing and how I would normally speak is what I'm trying to get at. Because I always start off the video usually with, what is it? "Hi everyone, I'm JD, welcome to my channel." Or something like that. I feel like I just fell into a pattern with that. Same with my ending. "Thanks guys for watching, I'll see you in the next video." And it just happened, like, without me thinking. That's what I always say now. And I'm wondering if I can find something a bit more creative and meaningful than that. So I was thinking, I don't know, I don't like the, it sounds cheesy to have a, for me to have a line that I always say, but if it really meant something to me, and if I really believed in it, then it wouldn't be cheesy. And if it was me, like it was not just me trying to be coming up with a line, but actually something I'd naturally do. And I'm just thinking about the quotes and my core beliefs and things I would normally say. And yeah, something like, I suppose, I do sign off my art videos with this line. Something like, what do I say? Feel free to share your story, or something like that, because you never know who needs to hear it or who it might help. And I like that, but I don't know if it's relevant to every video. Or one like, remember you have treasure, or something. But again, I feel like even though I absolutely believe in it and the concept and everything, it's just not something I would normally say in everyday conversation. And therefore not entirely me, if that makes sense. Like the concept is very much entirely me, but just not something I don't know. Am I explaining myself right? I don't know. Now I'm just rambling, because this is what I do. Once I get on a roll, I do tend to, no matter how much my back might be hurting or how much I want to move on to the next thing, once I start something, I do tend to just power on and finish it, no matter the obstacle. That's just the way I work. So yeah, sometimes I'll sit down and I'll have all these papers I need to cut out, all these bits of ephemera, and after an hour I'm like, I'm over it, and I always plan to stop, you know, after this sheet I'll stop. And then it was like, no, after this sheet I'll stop. And then eventually I just know, once I start something, I don't like having it lag there, because it's always in the back of my mind. And yeah, I am very much more of a one project type of person, and just get it done, because otherwise I do tend to also lose interest. I find, and the same with like writing, with a project I have, there's a certain energy that I've got about it, or a certain enthusiasm, and I'm just in that headspace and I can fully focus and put 100% into it. But if I stop and work on something else and come back, some of that energy is gone, and yeah, it's not the same. So that's why I tend to, once I've got a project, I just am all in until it's done. Not sure if anyone else is like that, but yeah. But that's, yeah, how I work. Okay, but my back is really getting sore, so I've only got 3 more to do. I'm going to stop the video here, turn on the aircon, sit down and finish these right now. So, okay, thanks guys for watching. I'll see, there I go again. Let me know any of your thoughts to any of those things that I've mentioned. I love the conversation. Hopefully, like, I don't get to talk to you while I'm crafting, but I get to talk to you afterwards through the comments. So I love that. I'll see you later. Bye.